Oh, wow. That'll take a second. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Only two chat rules. Please be over the age of 17 and please always be kind to one another. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hang on just a second while I combobulate my discombobulated self. Pop out chat. Here we go. And make that smaller and stick it over there on that side. How is everyone? Hi, Daryl Lynn. Nice to see you. Hi, everyone. I'm here this week. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week, but I'll make it up to you this week. How about that? And to the other person who's here who hasn't said anything, hi to you as well. It's probably going to get off to a slow start. I know it is when you miss, when things are, summer's coming on, and am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. You are okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. It didn't have a question mark. Hello, Mona. Actually, I am a little discombobulated. There was a disturbance in my own force this week. So I just, I've been just sort of rolling with it. You can hear fine too. Okay, good. I'm glad. Um, and hello, Virginia. Hi, sweetheart. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything is okay. Virginia, I got my shot. My first shot. My first shot of the vaccine I got on Tuesday, and I get the next one in a month, I think. It was supposed to have a question mark. Okay. Well, in that case, then, Daryl Lynn, I'm actually just fine. I'm just fine. I just went a couple of rounds with somebody on my Facebook page over, this whole mask wearing and all of that. And I don't handle conflict well anymore. And so I used to be able to, dish out I can still dish it out, but my logical brain says, you know what? This is just a battle that you just can't fight. You cannot fight people's ideas, and, right, wrong, or indifferent, they're their ideas and they're entitled to them. And so you just sort of roll with it. Hello, Gary, and welcome. And yes, you're free to lurk as always if you would like to. And but otherwise, guys, everything in life is good. And you got the Moderna. I got the Pfizer. I got to tell you, Walmart is the bomb. I registered because here in Virginia, we're technically still in 1A. So technically, only those at risk and, first responders are supposed to be able to get the shot. But you keep hearing everywhere that it's, everybody. So anyway, through the state, you have to pre-register and get a registration code if you are within that first group. And I finally decided that with my breathing the way it is, that I should probably go ahead and be within that first group, because one of the things that the first group will take is smokers. And I didn't think that being a smoker was a good enough reason to get in line in front of anybody else who might really need it. Somebody who actually has to go out and deal with the public which I do not, that kind of thing. So I hesitated and hesitated until finally I just decided, well, it's been several weeks now, and the news keeps saying it's available to everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and register at least with the state, get that part of it out of the way. And they send you to this little thing called Vaccine Finder. And so I punched that in, and up popped the Walmart on the corner. And I'm like, well, that's convenient. Okay. And it says check out to see what appointments are available. So I, click that in. Now keep in mind that this is Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Might have been Saturday. It's either Friday or Saturday. And it says Tuesday at 6:20 in the morning. And I'm like, Tuesday, I wonder what month they're talking about. Tuesday, the 27th of April, so like last Tuesday. So yeah, I just 6:20 in the morning, which is great because the store just opened and there weren't a lot of people there, and in and out in a heartbeat, except where you got to wait 15 minutes so that they make sure that you don't turn into a frog or something, pass out, or do anything like your arm doesn't start to balloon up, or something like that. And yeah, and so it really was a piece of cake. And there was another guy who came in just a few minutes later, and he was fun to just sit and talk to. Younger guy, like in his 40s, construction worker. Just he was an interesting fellow. He was the boss. And so we got to talking about, employers and employees, and the trades, and how there aren't enough people going into the trades, that kind of thing. So before we knew it, 30 minutes had flown by, and we were both, oh man, we got to get. So anyway, it was a lot. I had a really good time. I had a really good time getting the first shot. I haven't had a shot in 40 years. So, it was like, oh my goodness, it was a little weird. You turned into a beautiful teal frog. Well, I told her, I said, so either a frog or a pumpkin, right? I'm supposed to, if stuff goes wrong, I'm going to turn into one of those two things. Anyway, so I thought that we would do a little coloring in this today. And I thought we would go ahead and use these, because I can't give up my water mediums totally. And I haven't used the Arteza Real Brush Pens in a bit. And what I want to do, I need to be able to blend kind of seamlessly and smoothly. So I needed something like watercolor or Arteza. Or I could do it in pencils, but that would just take forever. Now, of course, this is my, my beautiful Beautimus. Whoops. How about if I actually, let me bring up the camera controls so I can kill that autofocus. We'll just kill it dead. Whoa, so it doesn't go on you. And it's kind of, oh, hey, how about that? That's a little better. It's kind of iffy anyway. So this is the Real Brush Pen colors that come in this 96 set. Now, I did put a link to this set, and this is them. They really are beautiful. It comes in as this stack of and they're just all the different colors that they come in. And I put them in there because that way they still fit in their box, which is really space convenient. So that's why I still keep them in there. And so I thought that we would do, because I never see anybody doing this one, I thought we'd do this one, which is the Royal Fairy Court Magician mesmerizes a juggling caterpillar. Hello, Barb, and hello, Della and Mona, and everybody who's here, all the people that are talking and that are not. Welcome to CLAldridgeArt. Despite what you may have heard, I am still around. I promise. This book, by the way, is one of the smaller of Jane's books. Smaller, I mean, this one is only, I think, 9 by 11, 9 by 12. Yeah, I think it might be 9 by 12. No, it's 9 by 11. Yep, 9 by 11. And of course, regularly her books are like 11 by 14. But these were some that she, and I believe that she is doing books in this size now also, because they are vastly less expensive than the bigger ones. And so that makes them actually affordable for pretty much everybody. And you can get these, by the way, at janefhankins.com. And I put a link to that also in the description to this particular video. It will take you to her website. I will tell you that she also has many books and coloring packets available of her works in PDF form for those of you that would like to be able to print it off, which is also nice. And things that she has done to really accommodate her public. Now, I should probably show you some of the things that we've colored in here if you have not already seen or been with me when we did these. I won't do a flip through of the book, but this is the type of art that is in this one. This is, of course, her imaginary garden. We did this with, I think I did this with watercolor. No, I did this with markers. That's it. Single-sided, really thick paper. I did this with markers. And yeah, I did this one with markers and gel pens. And this one's not quite done, but this one we did with ink tints. This one's almost solely ink tints and a little gel pen. Or actually, I think that is not gel pen. That is the that Art Deco glitter, extreme glitter stuff. The colorless one with the, you know, where it comes out green. Ooh. And here's one we did with, oh, this is one we did with pastels. Remember when we did the, some of you might remember when you were here. We did this with pan pastels and the Jane Davenport, the makeup kit. Hello, Corolla. Good to see you. And Corolla, you were here, I think, when I did this. And anyway, so, which is why it's all muted colors, but I love it. I thought it turned out really cool. Where is that one? Now, I did start one with Real Brush Pens once before in this book. And must be back here. Yeah, there it is. It was, I think that's this one. And so one of these days, I'm going to continue on doing this one. I liked the way that that shading was working out, but it's not the one that I'm inspired to do. Yeah, exactly, with pan pastels and some makeup, exactly, Corolla, and it was it was the stuff that came in that Jane Davenport set that Shara had sent me. And well, hello, Lucy just adds color, adult coloring, and welcome. I'm going to guess you have a coloring channel. And I think that's a great name. Lucy just adds color. So hello, Lucy. All right, and then this is one that we did with, see, I think I did this one with Inktense as well. And then I think I used, blah, you know, the crayon things, the Neo Color 2s. The Neo 2s. I used those for the background. Oh dear. I think that's, this one is one of my favorites that I've colored. I just love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, it's not Lucy? Okay, wait. Oh, why wouldn't it be Lucy? Always reminds me of Lucy. Oh, you have? Oh, good. Well, good. I'm glad that you said something. Hello, Michelle. Okay, so anyway, so let's get let's get started. Virginia, Annie, are you still with me? Virginia is a very special friend, and she's the only person allowed to kick, actually, well, beside my dear friend Carol, who's actually allowed to kick me up one side and down the other when I've done something wrong or not right. Okay, this is hello, this is where we were going to be. And hello, Minerva. Nice to see you and welcome. And yeah, okay, good. You're still there. All right. Okay. Uh-oh. Virginia heard that, allowed to kick me up one side and down the other. All right. Well, good. She was meant to. All right. So now what do we want to do? I have decided. Oh no. Lord help us when I decide something. Been trying to decide what because here's where I get stopped, which is why coloring, and maybe you guys can help me out here. I would like to do this cap red, but I don't particularly want to put him in a red robe, right? But I also don't want to put him in a green robe because he's going to have grass going on around the back of him. So I thought, well, I could do the red there because ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm going to, obviously his fairy wings are going to be wing colors, but his robe, I almost wanted to make it purple. I wanted to make it dark purple, and then I wanted to use silver on these things. These things, hang on. Hang on. I gotta mute you for a second. Okay. My apologies. We are at that point in the year where the temperature is starting to change. And so stuff that wasn't in the air that I am allergic to uh, is now in the air. And it's causing, even though I've been using the stuff, it's causing my, well, that's what I thought. I thought it was a mushroom. It's causing my bronchial tubes to spasm, which causes me to cough. That and the fact that I smoke, of course, doesn't help. It just exacerbates the condition. So I thought it was a mushroom. And so if he is a mushroom, I mean, he's not really a mushroom, but he's got a mushroom hat. And so if I make that mushroom hat, I can make it any color I want. I mean, obviously. But I could make it brown. I could make it brown and gold. And then I could get away with the purple. Well, let's see. Let's just see. Because I really want this. I really, really want this to be dark purple. And so the dark purple that I'm going to end up going for here is the eggplant, which on this for white, whoa, hang on. Well, there's the good test to fix the color on this. Color, okay. Yeah, let me go with the, oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. All right. That's a little warmer. That's good. All right. That looked a little bit too blue. Okay, so I want this dark eggplant, right? A red mushroom with light purple underneath and then dark purple in the robe would all tie together. Well, that's what I was thinking too, because that red and purple contrast, I never used to think that was a real thing. CB, thank you, Connie, by the way. I finally looked in my PayPal account, and thank you so much for the birthday gift. Just want to say thank you so much. That was very kind of you. And I could do that and go for that red, that red mix with the purple. The guy who originally did that was Bill Tice, and that was back in the late. It was 1988, 1989, I think, that he came out with that color combination in fashion, and because they're contrasting colors, they're not really intended to go together. That purple, that dark purple and red. But I remember when he did that, and he came out with a whole line of clothing in those colors, and they were everywhere. And they got sold through Macy's. I remember that because I worked for Macy's at the time. So I could do that. Yeah, that's actually probably not a bad plan. All right, but I want this light purple for the base. And I think, yes, I want this Thistle Purple for the base. Let me go down here to see if I can find Thistle. That's lilac. I don't want lilac. Oh, wait. It's gonna be in the purple one, huh? There it is, Thistle. Okay, so this is what we want to do. Now, one of the wonderful things about these particular pens is that they are very, very blendable. Now, they look like they are much darker than they are, but when it's dry, like with everything else, you will find that it is not not at all this dark. So we're gonna, I may be sorry I did this way with brush pens. I could probably do it with regular watercolors. These shouldn't be dry because they're not. I mean, because I've had them. I think I probably had them for a year. Shara sent them for Christmas, not this last year, but the year before, or maybe my birthday. I don't remember which. The last one did, I think. The CB. I remember the Christmas card, I think, showed up in February, uh, which, and you had mailed it before Christmas. I know that. For some reason, U.S. mail service from overseas has just gotten ridiculously slow. Probably DeJoy's fault, but that's the postmaster. But who knows? I don't. At least I think he's still a postmaster. I don't know if he's been replaced or not. To be honest and true, now that I don't have to monitor the news every day, it's so nice. But I also, the downside is that I haven't got a clue what's going on in the world. So the paper in these books is premium paper. It's not watercolor paper, but it is perfect for every kind of pencil that there is. It's artist grade paper, which is why her books are so pricey. Is because everything about Jane's work, publication work, is a class act, and that's largely to do, well, it's to do with her, but also it's her publisher is Sebastian Press, which is a small boutique press that was that formed solely to publish her work, and happens to be owned by her niece. But who had been trying to get her to publish for years and years and years, until finally, I think Jane just said, well, if you form a publishing company, I'll publish with you. So that's what she did. I don't know Jane personally. I just know what I've read and what Meg told me early days when we had a quick conversation about the about the why they were hesitating putting out PDF versions of their work, and I don't think they understood at first what PDF was, and so they kept thinking that meant it was free, and and of course that's not the case. And also, I think also with all artists, there is a certain pride of the paper selection and all of that, and she wanted her work to be collaborative, and she wanted it to be on the best paper that could be. And of course, people who are printing their own are not necessarily going to use the best kind of paper. But yeah, and the books, by the way, even at full price, are worth every penny. you know, of what they cost, but they are pricey. They're the regular size books are, you know, like $40. They're $39.95, I think, um, each. But like I said, worth every dime. Whereas these, I believe, are $19.99. So it really is much more affordable. You know, the 9 by 12, which is still large for a coloring book, which is the one I'm using right now, is a really affordable price point at $20. I say that, you know, of course, having been somebody who, up until recently, couldn't afford $20. Oh, and yes, that's that's the other really good thing, of course, is that, you know, on my birthday, the my Social Security kicked in. So, yay! At least I won't be starving, and I'll be able to pay my bills. So, the starving artist syndrome. Okay. So this is, you know, it's in various stages of drying right now. Now, I also, just so you can see, water won't bleed through. What the places where you did see bleed through, that was alcohol markers. So yeah, Barb, me too. It had been a long, you know, obviously it had been a really long haul. It was about 5 years between the time that my retirement planning uh, funds that I ended up using to pay off my house, because I couldn't, you know, I needed to, at the time, I needed to pay off my house uh, instead of, you know, hang on to retirement. And I guess I could have gone back to work. I mean, at something, but I really wanted to try and give art a go. And of course, if you want to do that, you really have to be prepared that there isn't a lot of money in it if you're not, you know, if you're not a famous artist. And it was a very dear thing and a very near thing to disaster several times. But the generosity of patrons and the, you know, and the sale of the work itself. So, Virginia, there's your answer as to where I've been. I've been slacking off. Is really what I've been doing. I, I've been playing instead of working. Yeah, this is. I would rethink doing this with a brush pen the next time, and I would probably break out the actual watercolor set, because it's the same thing. But that certainly gave a nice even coat, right? And as you can see, it is, you know, it's going to be drying as it continues to dry. It will get even more opaque, or more. It'll get lighter and lighter, because technically this is supposed to be this color, right? And see, look how dark it is right now. So it will lighten up to about that, provided, of course, I did pick the right one. Yeah, this is the Thistle Purple. Okay. So, on our way to the Thistle Purple, we could try the Amethyst and the Eggplant. Yes, I think so. Okay. So let's figure out what we've got going on here. That's the Yuba. That's the Amethyst. That's the Eggplant. Okay. So we know that we want the Eggplant in these dark areas. Now, here's the other thing that you can do. It comes with its own Arteza water brush, right? Which I don't like. I don't like the Arteza water brushes, but that's just me. And so you can smooth out your colors, right? Now, I don't like it, so I won't use it. I like my my cheapo brush, which I got from the U.S. It's called U.S. Art Supply, U.S. Pro Art Supply, something like that. So now you put a little bit of water there. First, it helps to sort of blend it out. And let's see, this one is the, oh, that must have been what I was doing. Okay. So this is the next one down, right? This is the Eggplant. And this is the Amethyst. Now this looks terrible. Looks absolutely terrible right now. But when it's dry, it will look entirely different. And so it's one of those, you know, we talked about it, somebody was talking about it the other day. You got to let it go into the ugly stage first before you can pull it back out from the ugly stage and it can get into the right stage. You can also put it down in a palette and pick it up with a water brush. Exactly. Exactly. And let's see if I have, I'm sure I have one around. Where? Oh Lord. Oh Lord, where is it? Help me find it. You know, I have about a dozen palettes. Do you think when I need one, I can find one? No. Not without. It's time for me to neaten up my office again. Because let me tell you what, I am now at a point where I can't find a darn thing. So yes, you can do that as well. Although I don't actually have a palette right this very second. All right, so where is a palette? I actually need one too. Let me see. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch. Oh, there we go. That's not actually a palette, but that'll work. That's the same stuff. That is the same stuff. Okay. So this is actually a page protector, but it'll work for what we need to demonstrate. So you just scribble some of the color on there, right? And then you can pick it up with your water brush and lay it down. Precisely in the areas that you want it. Okay. So this is the eggplant. And it also helps to sort of even out your streakiness, if you are getting streakiness as you're trying to blend it forward. So what I'm trying to do, of course, is, make the darkest parts here under the belt. And it's a process. So now you just want to be very careful when you're touching your paper that you're not, working in a scrubbing motion, because you don't want to scrub. You don't want to scrub the paper. In other words, you don't want to do this. So I'm brushing touching only in one direction. Thank you, Della, for reminding me about the palette, because it is very important to know that you can do it like this. Although it does sort of defeat the purpose of the brush pen, but it's why this is precisely the reason why Arteza or Arteza, whichever, puts a water brush in their set. Like I said, I don't particularly like it because it's not my choice of flow. I like the flow on this one, which but I mean, if I just started with that one, I'd probably like it better. Now, purple is probably not going to be the right shade here. I'm probably going to end up needing to go more blue in the background. But we'll see. Hang on 1 second. Okay, thank you, and thank you for your forbearance. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that right now, but it's not totally dry yet, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Let's do this. Let's try a little red. Let's try a little red. We'll try a current red and then a blush red. No, actually, we'll try the blush red first. It's rosewood. No. I want the blush red. That's wine. We want the blush red. That's black red. What? Blush red. Sorry. Black red. Sorry. And are you red? That's mulberry pink. Where's red? Give me red. All right, and then give me a little bit of apricot. Okay. Apricot. Is that you? No. Apricot. No. All right. Well, we're gonna start here, and we're gonna see if we can't yeah, I want apricot 124. As I'm pulling, pardon me, as I am pulling colors here. 124 apricot, is that you? No. That's orange. Where is it in relation to orange, though? It is this one. No. It must be this one. No. That's cadmium orange. Why can't I find it? The apricot is not where it belongs. There it is, right there. All right. Okay, and if that's the apricot, then the other that I want is the honey. And that's got to be this one. Oh, that's the sunset yellow. Are you the honey? Honey. Okay. That's what I want. Cantaloupe 835. Like what? I can hear you guys going, oh, come on, just get on with it. All right, there we go. Just get on with it, Christine. All right, well, we would if we could, but we can't. So we'll do that, adding a little bit of water, and then we're going to take the cantaloupe. We're just going to add a little color right there. Right? Now, then, starting over here, I'm going to put down a little of the honey. Not quite. Oops, that's, yeah, no, that's, sorry, that's the wrong one. There we go. Oh, for heaven's sakes. This goes in there, this goes in here. Okay. Let's run that over that just a little bit more. All right, now this is the honey. I want the cantaloupe again. Once again, this is going to be an effect for when it dries. Right now, it's going to look sort of all the same. It's been a while since I've used these, so I don't know that I remember exactly how they work with, any kind of subtlety. So there it's damp, right? All right, here's my apricot. Just going to be my next transition, right? I'm going to go back to my cantaloupe to blend that. Starting to work a little bit better. I'm starting to get the hang of it again. Okay, this side. Back to the cantaloupe. All right, and then, so I'm in the process that I'm using here is water. And actually, I could use this in orange. Okay, the next one was, let's see. Oh, let's go tomato red. Let's not mess around with any of those pink reds. Let's go tomato red. Oh, gotta go tomato red. Yep. Sorry. Gotta go tomato red. See, I ended up going purple and orange, which is just fine. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a great transition. I like it. I agree, Della. I absolutely agree that the brush, well, the brush just gives you that much lighter of a touch, and that is really the key to not peeling paper when you are using a water medium or any kind of wet, whether it's paint or anything like that, is that light touch. And letting the ink, or in this case, the paint, sort of do the work and flow. I'm using this apricot here as basically the equivalent of a colorless blender. But the reason why I'm using it is because a colorless blender has a tendency to lift the color, around it. So you really do sort of end up with straight. So how is that for a nice, nice sort of transition from red to purple to make it look like there's light on it? That's the look I'm going for here. Now, see how, all right, and this is what I mean. See how when this dried, that is, and it's not even completely dry. As a matter of fact, it's still quite wet. But that's what I mean. You can't really, you can see how wet I actually got it because it is starting to try and bleed through, but it still didn't harm this page in any way. So that really, it gives you an idea. This is really thick, like not quite cardstock, but really thick paper. So it's 80 pound, I think. Okay. And I do think this is going to need to be blue instead of purple. My shade colors or shadow colors on this. But now that I've remembered how these things work, I may actually still be able to sort of salvage this as far as doing the shadows properly. So let's see if I can actually figure that out. Okay, yeah. Let's try a darker blue. Well, no, actually, let's try this. Okay, so that is the eggplant. Right. Oops. Yeah, and this is the what's the eggplant? This is the amethyst. Okay, that's the lighter. So now this is the eggplant. And the amethyst. So I'm still going strong on watching my old British TV, watching Heartbeat, all the seasons of Heartbeat. I'm up to season 10. Where we still have, Nick Rowan is gone, and we've got Mike Bradley and his wife. And again, another set of parents that, another set of snobby parents. It's like, apparently there's only two. Apparently, police bobbies only like women that have snobby parents. All right. So that's a little bit better. And when that dries out, I think it'll be a much better look than that one. But we're gonna wait before I go any further on that, and we're gonna find out if that's the right way to do it or not. Because once again, I'm going to put a glitter gel pen literally all over this. It's going to go all over it, along with this one up here as well, because all of these things are going to be are going to be sparkly, very, very similarly to what I did, on pretty much all of these in this book. I'm working a theme, two themes of water and then, the glitter, obviously, in these books. Although this one was, like I said, that one was pastel, and it's been the reason why it's covered. Of course, even though I've used a spray fixative on it, is just to protect it. All right, now this we could also do and tie this in. How about that? Okay. So get rid of those. Those are the ones we don't want. There we go. This was the apricot. Once again, this one doesn't have to be perfect, for sure. Yeah, this is a cantaloupe. Because it's just a little tight space. Just use that to sort of blend it right on out. Hi, Jill. How are ya? And hello, Rain Robin. Rain or Robin? No, it's Rain or Robin. It's Robin of Rain. Robin of Rain Change for Less. Didn't think I'd remember that, did you? Okay. So, yeah, still waiting to figure that out. And of course, you could do your blending. You could choose to do your blending with pencils. You lay down a base of watercolors. You could, use alcohol markers. You can use whatever you want. If you do use alcohol markers in this book, however, in any of Jane's books, I did. And as a matter of fact, the very first thing I ever colored in it was with alcohol markers. And I thought that folks were going to, drop out of their chairs. Hello, Anne, Anne's Colorful Life. How are you, my dear? I am so sorry. I missed your live yesterday after, saying yay. I was sound asleep, actually just sound asleep. So I did not even know you were live until, unfortunately, after the fact, but I am so glad. Yay. And how you feeling? I need to watch that video. Hopefully you discuss how you're feeling. Okay. Let's see here. All right. And we can also, I think I can also tie in. Yes. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tie in the sleeves with that. Okay. So I'm going to use cantaloupe up here. 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 Okay. All the places that are just the sort of lightest. We'll just start out with a little bit of that cantaloupe. And then we will go ahead and add some water to all of these areas. Okay. And this one is the apricot. Okay. Blending it with our cantaloupe. Just sort of blending it all out. Letting Jane tell me where the shadows are. This is the tomato red. Now I'm going to blend these out one at a time. Because I sort of want to work quickly on it. So what that does is also it just sort of buzzes the edges a little bit. So that was the tomato red. And then just sort of blending it out with that cantaloupe. Okay, when that dries, it'll look a little better. Hopefully it'll look like there are folds. Oh, that is way wet. Okay, Connie, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And I will try and be there this week as well in yours. Thank you so much for coming. And have a good dinner. I'm going to assume that you're having dinner. All right. Yeah. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. I think this may need a little extra work on blending, but you get the idea of what I'm, where we're going with it. Once again, it will obviously need some tweaking. All right, so now this could be really dark because it is to the inside of his sleeve. And then this is the honey. Oh, this is the apricot. Okay, so this is the apricot. And this is the tomato red. This is the honey. Is that right? Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. And then this. That's the step that I missed on the other, is the honey. Yep, that's why it looks like that. It's because I missed the apricot, or the honey. I missed the honey step. It's okay, that's what you can actually fix that. Actually fix that. All right. Well, hello, Heather. How are you? And welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. And then this, once again, is the cantaloupe for one last, just sort of overall sweep. That's better. That's what I was missing. I was missing the honey. Going, that isn't working, and I don't know why. And the reason I don't know why is because there's the honey is missing. Okay, can you guys bear with me for just 1 second while I run quickly, sorry, to the little girl's room. I apologize, and how completely unprofessional of me. I did not have a chance to go before I started the stream, unfortunately, or I guess I didn't really, never mind. I'll be right back. It takes me longer than a couple seconds here. Much better. Okay. Much, much better. Thank you very much for your indulgence. Hello, Gail. And you are making quiche. Wait. I am making a quiche and had to add the cheese on top. Oh my goodness. Yum. I love quiche. I can't really eat it in large quantities, but I love it because I'm allergic to eggs. I'm not allergic, but sensitive to eggs. Okay, so I like the way that works. I think that I am not yet sold on the purple as the as the blend color. And it could just be that I really need to put it on a palette, but I don't. See, because I don't like the way that it worked over here at all. And I don't like that very much. Although it's better, it's not good. Huh. Maybe I need to just stop pussyfooting with it and actually blend it out. Okay, there's that, and then there's that. All right, so, oops. What is this one? This one is the eggplant. And this one is the amethyst. And this one. So I'm just all right, we shall see what we shall see on that. Once again, it is just completely wet, so. We need to make his little face. So we need that to be he needs to be pale Pete. He needs to be pale. Right, this is yellow. Okay. And we also yeah, actually you can also do this. Ah, yes. Where's that pale peach? That's a little bit better. Daryl, okay. Okay, all right, Daryl. I hope you feel better. Out of quarantine. That is Jane Madej and oh, cool. Okay, here. Okay, let's see here. Now I bring you down, right? Yeah. See, I don't like the way that those transitions are going, but I've got to wait until it's dry because I didn't like that when we did that other one with these. I didn't like the way that it looked then either, but now that it's fully dry, I do like the way it looks. So, ouch. Jill, are you back home, by the way, Jill? You can see a tinge of green on the trees finally. Heather, where are you? Are you in Canada? You are back home, Jill. Okay, good. Now, are you done with the surgeries? And are you healing? I hope. Oh, well, I hope you're healing. Okay, now let's see here. I want to. I wonder if I should make his hairs, and we may end up doing that, making the hairs of his beard and all of this out here into, some sort of metallic. Okay. Sorry, I was reading chat. Okay. Let's do some wings. Is this guy an insect or what? He must be an insect of some kind. Maybe a cicada. No, he can't be a cicada because he looks like a mushroom head. Why does he have wings? Because he's a fairy court magician. Okay, so what color wings does a fairy court magician have? He has got wings that match his hat and his who'd you call it? But they're actually more they're actually more gold. No. What kind of wings do you have, Mister? Do you just have blue wings, like berries, or do you have? Yeah, I think that he's telling me. Hang on, he's trying to tell me what color wings he's got. I know what color wings I've got. You have, yes, I know you do. You have honey-colored wings, and they're golden. You have golden honey-colored wings. We want this, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely this is what we want. And, yeah, I only want some lemon yellow. We don't want the acid yellow. We want the lemon yellow. Yeah. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is what we want. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Just trying to decide what I want to do here. All right. So there's that. All right, now. Hang on a second. Because I need to figure out what pale green looks like. Pale green. Oh, pale green is good. And you'll pardon me if I end up going into just sort of, I hope you'll pardon me. you don't have to. If I end up in the zone here, wait, where's that lemon yellow? Because you know how I get. I'll get right into that groove and I'll just like ignore the world outside. And that's what coloring is and should be. You know, at least to me. The chance to just shut away the outside world. You shut away all the stuff and all the problems and all the issues and everything else. They'll still be there waiting for you when you come back out. But, ooh, that'll work. What a nice seafoam green. Okay, now we're going to blend green, the pale green. Use the pale green to blend that in. Okay, and then maybe we'll go with a nice turquoise. And then use the other color, the seafoam green. Yes, I'm starting to remember how these pens work. Took me a little bit. Now, say, wow, that's a lot of colors, Christine. He's got big boobs. I'm going to go ahead and show that comment. I can't believe it hid that comment. He's got big boobs. Well, you know, he's an old guy, and maybe he's got all kinds of stuff in there. Who knows? Well, actually, Jill, it's not very good, but that's okay. It could, let's put it this way, it could be better because I didn't figure out until it was too late what I was doing wrong. But that's okay. And so we'll do this. And then out here at the very tips is where I'll actually put my favorite, my absolute favorite color of the of this entire set is the honey. But that's not the color I want. There's the sunset yellow. That's the one right there. Okay, this is the bumblebee yellow. Hang on. All right, that ties it in just a little bit better. That'll be lighter when it dries. And 1 second. Oh, boy, I am having a time of it today. I apologize, everybody. I'm trying to make it through this season. I'm running sort of low on the cure for this, so okay. All right, just adding just little bits more of, you know, where I see obvious holes developing. See if I can get that. All right, I'm hoping that, because I really like that lighter color on the outside of that wing, I'm hoping that that will come back. Thanks, Mona. Like I say, I just, I get overexcited or I get to talking too fast, or I get, or I, take a breath and it's full of dust, which is, as it turns out, one of the things I'm allergic to. It's like, oh well, that will never do. If you've ever been to my house, you know that it's like I am a dust magnet. I don't even see it. People say dust. Don't even see it. That's what I want. I want that lighter color. Like that. Okay. On the tip of his wing. All right, now I can go. All right, here's the pale green, right? Okay, so we use the pale green. Then we use the next color down, which is the seafoam green. And you use the pale green to blend the seafoam green, the leading edge, right? So now I've got the seafoam green here, and I've got the turquoise blue here. So I want it down here. So now I'm going to go back to the seafoam and use it to blend. And then put just a little bit of the pale green. To make it seamless. Ta-da! See, that one went much, much smoother because I missed a little piece of his wing under his hand. Okay, down here. Thank you. That, thank you. Good eye. That kind of thing would drive me nuts as a, when I watched videos and I could see people doing that. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Okay. Ta-da. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, so now we need to figure out under here. Now that's got to be, shades of dark brown. So, ooh. And yes, that is my stomach growling. It is. It is. Okay, I need the. Okay, yeah, that'll do. Oh no, I know. No. I want the coffee. Where's the coffee? Whoopee. There's the coffee. You need the coffee, the tawny, the coffee, the tawny, and the ginger. Ginger. Okay. Yeah. No. Wait, what color is that? That is the bog gray. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad color. says fog gray, but okay. Bear with me there. Okay. All right, this one is the ginger. I'll go over that fog gray with that ginger. All right, this is a tawny. Fog gray. No, I don't. What color is that? That's the dark gray. Oh, that's the Tote. That's what I want. All right, so like that. Now, this is the walnut. All right, now this one is the tawny. That's the ginger. All right, we'll see if that works or not. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So that'll work. That, hopefully makes it look like, there's shadows going on underneath his hat. And once again, we'll know more about that. Now, all right, see, as this is drying, it's getting better and better as it's truly, truly drying out. And so I'm going to end up having to come back to this, and we're going to probably revisit it next week. And by then, I will have formed, hopefully, some thoughts about it, some more thoughts about it. And obviously, when I did his little face, I missed his hands as well. And his little feet. So, yeah, I'm just not keen. I think part of it also is the transition that I'm trying to use. I think I'm trying to go. It might just, I want it to be a harsh transition because I want it to look like dark shadows. You know, like the shadows are dark, but let's see. I just don't think I've used enough amethyst. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I just haven't used enough amethyst. All right. That's a little bit better. Bringing the shadow up a little more on the arm actually helped. You know, making this more of it a shadow actually helped. So once again, you know, it's you're figuring stuff out as you go. At least I am, and this is the way that when I color, this is pretty much my process. It is trial and error because most of this stuff I'm doing it for the first time in front of you guys. No, there is seriously very, very, very little bleed through. And even at that, it's shadowing. None of it reaches the other side, Della. I mean, look. It's clean as a whistle. And I've got no protection there at all. And whoops, and sorry, water, you know, water generally doesn't bleed through. Alcohol, of course, does, but the water mediums don't, unless it's really, you know, unless it's really thin paper. But like if you do stuff on 110-pound cardstock, you can do it all day long. You can, I was going to say, I wouldn't scrub on this, but you could certainly soak it through many times, and it's never, ever going to, you know, it's never going to pill. It's never going to bleed. It's never going to buckle. Well, it might buckle a little, but I mean, look at the work that we've done in this book. You know, in the past, you know, I've done it all with various water mediums. There's nothing else that I've ever used in this book. This is alcohol markers. So that's alcohol markers, by the way. Even those didn't actually bleed through. And that's Inktense. That didn't bleed through at all. The only thing that did was this. And you know why? Because that is alcohol marker. That is CLARD's right there. And it didn't actually bleed through all the way through. So yeah, this paper is just incredible. And you know, this one though, as far as water goes, it really was this one that is, I mean, this is just all water all the time, because this was the Inktense and the Neo colors. So, I mean, you know, that's Neo colors for heaven's sakes. The Neo 2s, that's all water. And yeah, I've never had a problem with anything, you know, any kind of paper. from my, my books, which are printed on Amazon paper. Even back when they were CreateSpace, I didn't have a problem using water on them. But then I used a water brush. Well, actually, no, I've actually colored it with these brushes and watercolors, in those books as well. So it can be done. It's just, this is going to need a second coat of whatever, I think. But I could be wrong. Anyway, I'm dithering because it's 3:57, and I don't want to. I'd be hard pressed to start something new. Let's see, what is that? That's moss green. Oh, moss green's a good color. Forest green is dark. Moss green. Moss green, moss green. Yeah, let's go with light green and moss green. No, that's bright green. I don't want bright green. Oh, is that light green? Hello. Oh, that's pale green. That's acid green. Ay, ay, ay. That's bright green. Where the heck is light green? Light green. It is light green, right? It says I am light green. That's bright green. All right, Christy. Number 9. That's green. This also looks green. This says it's light green. All right, so what we're gonna do. No, yeah, we want some pale green too. We want some pale green. Pale green in there to go with our light green. And our moss green. And our pale green. Our light green. And our pale green. So you just always, you put your darker colors in the areas that are away from the light and that kind of thing. So here, look. This is what my desk ends up looking like. And yeah, so this is, I think this is so funny because, then I got to put all this stuff back, and I have to carefully write everything down though before I do of the colors that I had out. Otherwise, there's no chance that I'll ever be able to continue on in a repeat without picking all new colors. I usually pick the wrong ones, and then we end up making it work anyway. So next week is the come back and we'll make it work. By then it'll be dry. I will be able to do some other things. Now, yeah, he is a very cool caterpillar. The one that this was the first one that I did. I had never colored it. So this was well, actually, I guess what this guy is he's a cricket. So as far as the caterpillar goes, We could get creative on his colors, that's for sure. You know, we could make him a, he does kind of look a little bit like a giant tomato, you know, a tomato one. Obviously, he's going to have some markings, maybe yellow. If we did that, aren't they? Don't they? They're green with yellow eyes, right? Isn't that what the like black-eyed Susans? That's the tomato one. I just love the look on his face. He's just completely mesmerized. Anyway, I do hope, by the way, everybody, that you got something, you know, useful out of this particular video or live stream. I do have a tendency to, you know, just sort of go off into la la land. Big Chest is a spell gone wrong. There you go. And the colors of the wizard's wings. Him in the colors of the wizard's wings. Well, that might work. Yeah, that certainly it would be in keeping with what he's supposed to look like. Yeah, and so I want you guys to know that I really do thank you so very, very much for sticking with me, for being here today, for caring about the work that I do, and for letting me come and just sort of play in front of you, and you know, and be here for me, and hopefully me here for you. And once again, don't forget that I do also draw coloring books, and I have a website. This is my first book that I ever drew. It is called Flower and Dreams. There are now 14 books on the market. And y'all know how to find them. They're in the links to all that stuff is down below in the video. Until we meet again, everybody, next week, same time, same place. Color something pretty, okay? And hopefully patronize Jane. You love these brush pens. I want to give them a try. I just checked the price. It's really, actually, it's a lot more reasonable than it was. They used to be almost $100, and now they're down to, I think, 59 for 96 of them, which is pretty good. And there's a link for that below as well. That is all Amazon affiliate, so I do earn a small stipend from that, but it doesn't cost you guys anything. That comes to me from Amazon for bringing them customers. Anyway, color something pretty. Bye, everybody. See you next week. Have a great week. Jill, glad you're feeling better.